Hello, and welcome back to It's Our Time podcast with your host Dalal. It is so incredible to always come back to the space that won't leave you alone, honey. What you're called to do will not leave you alone. It's gonna fester on your spirit until you bring yourself and your beingness all the way to it. So those things that you keep hearing about, that your spirit keeps calling you to, that you keep gravitating towards, those are the things that you're meant to experience and do and create and be yourself in. And so I couldn't last too much of a while without coming back to my podcasts. I hope that you guys have been well, that you have been thriving, and that you have been growing and expanding into the beauty that you are, the truth of yourself. And I want to just kind of dive in and let you know where I've been. Where have you been, Dalal? What have you been up to? I have been taking a little break from my podcasting for the purposes of really the journey, what it called me for. At the time, the last episode that I had recorded was me being in a motel room after having such a terrible and strenuous and kind of toxic and traumatic living experience with some roommates, which I know that many of us love this now. We love us a good story time. So at some point, I will dive deep into what that experience was like for me. But for now, I just kind of want to give you guys what I have been working on and in the time that I've taken off. One thing, for the sake of transparency, I feel like this is the first time in my life that I am actually stable in my mind, in my body, and in my spirit. And this is the first time I actually feel like I'm grounded and rooted and talking from an authentic place, because the experiences that we have growing up, and mine have been cultural, they've been racial, they've been substance abuse. It's been so many things that just take you outside of yourself. And right now I feel so present. Like, it's incredible what doing the work and what letting go of those traumatic experiences really does for your spirit. You start to really be in tune with what thoughts are not yours, what thoughts you're still carrying that keep you bound to an identity that has been created by this world, but not your true essence and identity. And so I feel so blessed in this moment. And one thing about healing is going to show everywhere. It will show on your face. It will show on your body. It will show on the way that you move. It's without words when you begin to really feel like yourself again. And you really start to see with clarity and experience yourself with clarity. And I wasn't going to deviate, and yet I'm going to allow myself to be, right? Like, that's the whole point of this life, is to get to be yourself and to get to experience you being yourself, doing all sorts of things. So to me, it's a wonder. It's a beautiful thing that I get to experience who I am and who I grow to be in this space with all of you. So what I've been working on, back to the point, is that financial literacy, honey. That's what I've been working on. I've been working on something that I know has impacted me, not only in my young life, but in my adult life. Growing up, we definitely were a family that had lived the experience of being a higher up middle class. We experienced that when we were not living in the United States. A lot of my life, I grew up in Burma, in Africa, in different places. But so life outside America and with the kind of job that my dad had, made it really feasible for us to experience an abundant life, a wealthy life. And it kind of took a different turn when we came to the United States and really were culture shock. We were still carrying generational trauma and limiting beliefs and ideologies and all these infestations that clouded our ability to thrive in the United States. And quickly, the wealth that we came into America with diminished, and we were going paycheck to paycheck. My mother, who I've seen that woman labor, that's for sure, but I've not seen her labor the way that she had to when we came to the United States. I mean, it's a real awakening to go from living a lifestyle of feeling like life is easeful. My dad was a humanitarian, so it's always like we had this shielded perspective of looking at the world and looking at people's experiences. Hardship was close to us, but it was not so close to the home that we experienced. And seeing my mom go and work these jobs that were just so labor filled constantly, and seeing her spirit and her joy kind of disappear and get into a survival mode in the United States, and seeing her face racism and all these experiences. Yet, with all that being said, us as kids growing up never got to hear about wealth in the way that we can possess it. We never were taught about the American idea and concept of wealth. And even at the most basic, we were not taught the idea of survival in the United States. It was like so awakening to recognize, I don't know how to swim in this pool. I don't know how to make money in this pool. I don't know how to come into wholeness here. I really don't. And that absence of financial literacy created a huge impact, because you feel, right? Like your spirit feels abundant. You know that you're in alignment to abundance and living a life that's good. And you know that your family and your community is worthy of ease, is worthy of knowing how to navigate the financial world in a way that it benefits us, even in a system that was built to hinder us. All of that is what allowed me to want to learn and want to build an understanding on financial literacy. And when I tell y'all, I'm literally just scratching the surface, because I want to learn right alongside my community, the people I care about, the ones that I want to see rise up with me. And I want to see us be wise about money. I want to see us be informed about money. And that got me working on getting my life insurance license. Yeah. Now, trust me, I never thought I would hear those words like coming out of my own mouth, but it wasn't just the financial literacy, and it's not really even about the life insurance itself, because I feel like that's just a modality to connect and build with people you care about, and give them insight on something that they might not know about. They might not even conceive of it being beneficial. Yet, I have observed and know that the rest of the populations in America, any other demographic, is utilizing this tool and really allowing it to benefit not only themselves, but their families, their children, and so forth and so on. And I'm like, I don't understand. If it's just information and I can be privy to it, and I can get people that I care about to be privy to it, then I'm going to learn that and do that. But I want to say what was like actually behind that made it so worthwhile. I was trying to get my own life insurance. It came across my social media or something, and I connected with a human being, one of the most brilliant, kind, consistent, visionary human beings I've ever met. And at the time, I did not qualify for my life insurance and so on and so forth. I'll expand on why in another episode, hopefully. But this individual was so consistent in their desire to help me, in their desire to be a constant good force, positive force in my realm and in my reality. Thank you so much, Daniel. I appreciate you. And since then has really shown that what matters most is how you show up for people. What matters most is your consistency in wanting to watch them thrive, to watch them succeed, and to watch them be happy in their life, move forward and grow. And so that alone made me say, these are the types of people I want to collaborate with in this lifetime. I want to collaborate with people who want to add joy to others, who really genuinely actually care and hold a heart to the visions that they have. And since then, it's connected me to such a brilliant team of people with hearts like that make you remember that life is really about goodness, that life is really about sharing who you are and putting yourself in everything that you do. Do not leave the traces of your false identity in places when you could very much and very easily leave your true presence in the hearts of people and let your true presence shine in spaces and in rooms. I am getting emotional because for so long I've hidden behind my pain. I've hidden behind my addictions. I've hidden behind the fear of being seen and the fear of what it means to walk my story and what it means to stand in my authenticity. There's so much enjoyment in who you are. I want you to really, really understand that. Really know that there's so much beauty to the essence of who you are, that it doesn't matter what this world outside looks like and feels like. You have a world within you that is so pure, that is so clear, that is so holy in its nature. The things that define us, don't give that thought the energy that it requires or desires. Don't give those limitations of who you are the energy of all of you. Don't put your belief there. Don't believe the thoughts that try to hold you back. Don't believe the journey that tries to make it seem like goodness is hard to come by. That abundance and joy and living freely and that healing, not only yourself but your family, is not possible. That is the absolute most devastating lie to believe and that we buy into. You are so powerful. And I think I'm often reminded of that quote, that we're not really, what we're really afraid of is the power that we really have. We're afraid that we're powerful beyond measure. We're afraid to rise to the occasion of what it means to be a divine human being, which you are, And so now I have since taken a little break from living in the United States. I've been out now maybe about a few weeks just to visit family and to resonate with a part of myself that wants wholeness, not just for me. I don't want wholeness and healing and happiness and joy just for me. I want to come back to the loving being that I've always been, that I know that I am, and I want to share it this time around freely, and this time around knowing that Source and God and goodness is here to help me live abundantly and fully in my being. That's why I came here. I don't believe in just, let me just put it like this. We are so powerful that when we heal, it ripples to everything around us. And we don't even have to be involved in the healing. We just get to embody source. We get to embody joy. We get to embody love, not conditional, not the kind of love that comes out of fear and comes out of your trauma, but the kind of love that is expansive, the kind of love that is coming from the source of who you are, because you've cleared all the congestion, all the things that keep you bound to an identity, a narrative of who you are, which never belonged to you to begin with. So yeah. I'm back here on a random Friday afternoon because when I was laying in that couch today, my mind was like, I want to go do the podcast. When I was laying in my couch yesterday, my mind was saying the same thing. And so I surrendered. I surrendered to the reality that what is calling to you is never going to leave you. No matter how fast you run, no matter what you hide behind, what is for you, what is of you to be expressed in this realm, in this reality, is not going to leave you, honey. So I am so blessed to be back here. I'm so blessed to see myself for the first time. And I probably got too close to the mic, so you heard that. But yes, I get to see and enjoy me. Like, I know it might sound a little crazy, but when you've been dissociated, when you've been stuck in chaos, coming home to yourself, like feeling you in your body, appreciating and loving and valuing, it's a blessing beyond words. It's a blessing beyond words. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your continued support and love. I just want to remind you that each and every moment, may you expand beyond all the words that keep you bound. May you expand beyond all the pain that is ready to be released and let go of for the life that you are ready to live. May this moment, because we're in May, may this May allow you the chance and the opportunity to put some things down for the last time. For the last time. You're worthy of it and you deserve it. Thank you so much for tuning into It's Our Time podcast. And the fashionista in me wants to show you the fullness of my outfit, honey. Isn't it spectacular? So dramatic too. Till next time, please like, share, subscribe, and follow. Sending all my love to you. I'll see you later. Bye.